Hey, we're here for the game. It is what it is. Debbie Sway's up in the building. Hey, Debbie, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm awesome.
Tell you why they look at me with your puppy.
I'm not like
Why
that.
you betrayed? You like? How
Why?
can you go and not call us? Like I wanted to go, but I didn't have anyone to go with.
I sent Tilly a message.
Bossu, if you want, don't let us watch our dirty linen on radio. Yeah, just do Debbie's show
Okay.
and let's go home.
Maybe me try my best. But fun and fun. But it was amazing though. Shouts gone out to everybody who came through to Soho. Shouts to Wendy Shea.
Oh.
Wendy did the birthday song for Godfather and the
Oh
Dusty.
wow.
Mhm.
Wow, that's nice.
And FYI, whilst I was away, I caught info on the internet about Wendy doing BBL, right? Yeah, there was that rumor.
Wow.
Well, my wife, I say after seeing her up close yesterday, I can confirm that it is not BBL. She's actually gained like her explanation was, she's actually gained
Gained
weight
weight.
at the right places.
Hey, wow.
For the purposes of weight gain, I would say it's at the right places.
At the
That's
right
all.
places.
That's all. And
spotlight, and also the people don't give her the reverence that she's supposed to get in the space. Like they see her when I mean, she shed a couple of tears, and also another she actually cried. She actually cried on the show. I don't know if you saw videos of that. She really wept. And another thing that also stood out in the conversation was when she spoke about why is Tilly laughing.
and this is wept.
Charlie, but I mean,
on you.
This is the fiapa in the Australian Montana see you.
Me, okay, I really was not getting where she was coming from, because if Sister Fia, like if she had not said that she was not from Ghana, or maybe she stayed somewhere abroad, I would not have known, because her accent and the way she just blends in, it doesn't look like someone who stayed abroad. Same as Wendy Shea. If Wendy Shea didn't say she was in Germany or somewhere before she came, I would not have known, because they look so Ghanaian, they act so Ghanaian. Unlike someone like maybe Amare, who has an accent, a little accents. That one, if she says that, I've stayed abroad, I've stayed in New York for some time, that one I can believe and I'll know. But I didn't even know. And I think most Ghanaians did not even know that side until they tell us. So, I mean, I don't think she's underrated. I think maybe she feels she's underrated.
Is the industry fair to female artists?
Yes.
Yeah, to a larger extent. But, I mean, we can also blame it and I want to choose my words well, if female artists in the industry believes that they are not being treated fairly, it could also be that legendary female artists are also not really putting female artists on.
When you say legendary, who are you? Like, how will you define that category? So I know who to put there.
So if I say legendary male artists, I can talk about the Ambulance. I can talk about step down a little bit and look at even the Kwabnas in the era. I can step down and even look at let's say the Kim Promises, in that era, the Stone Boys in that era. We can actually step down a little bit, and we get to see that there's a lot of affiliation, there's a lot of collaboration in there when it comes to the males in the space. But with the female, there's if Sakode is putting up a show, right? I mean, you get to see a lot of new artists. I mean, there are times where Sakode can do a BB Bar project, and then you see some dope rappers coming out, coming out of the project and all that. How many times have we seen that within the female circle? So if we want to trace it on us, as to find out where this whole thing is coming from, we also need to look at it from that angle a little bit.
But I also say
that's what I'm trying to say.
But even for the females, how many of the legendary people are even doing shows to even put females on? Because when you look at the December shows, Black Sherif is having a show, Kim Promise is having Stoneboy, Shatawale and Medical collaborating on it. But then
there used to be some all-female concert. Girl Talk or something, right?
Yes, but now it's not really.
Becca had hers, Fia had hers, and I mean, but it's not on. It does
happen, but exactly. And I would like to commend Musica too, because I realized that they are now.
I want to hear the counter argument from Tilly. I want to hear the counter argument. I mean, there's Tilly Tales. I want to hear that counter argument.
So your point was that the legendary artists do not put our female on. The legendary female artists don't put. But you see, whenever you even hear these men, the legendary ones, some of them, how the truth of the matter is there isn't enough bridge that connects the young to the old. So in most cases in Pono, it is the old that comes to the young people and say, let's do a project to most at times to revive their things. What you are saying. Now, what's your friend is saying benefits really? That's when the share gets going to somebody who's probably they are not hip again. What you are saying, they are not really hip. They are not at their peak anymore.
Vogue, I understand.
What benefits does she get from doing that feature, except for I'm doing it for mommy, daddy? But they will rather.
So you got the whole thing wrong. Let's say a typical collaboration. Let's pick this one. Let's pick Kojontri featuring Kim Promise. Kojontri on that level. Untimin kasa or a trending artist. Untimin kasa.
Hey!
Don't
make so no. Slim.
No, make her
there
land.
Are some artists.
No, if you don't,
Slim.
if I don't land, you will not understand it.
I understand. Let me correct it. There are some artists. They will not drop songs for the next 10 years, but they are still current artists. Kodetri is one. That the number is one. Yes, go.
One man land there on Tiasi.
Okay. Awesome.
O say on your hip. Kodetri as it stands now, demography I'll be hitting no. Definitely can promise demography no onim. They might share certain demography, but not all. Age group be or they will understand can promise, but will not understand Kodetri.
Yeah.
Same age group ni be or home better Kodetri as but they will not understand can promise. But that collaboration, that is what I am talking about. This person gets to introduce this one to the demography, and this one also gets to introduce this person to the demography. That is what I am talking about. I'm not talking about whether you are hip or you are trending or you are not trending.
No, but
it's a crossover. You get it. That is what I'm saying. And some before when the show, let's look at even let's just pick when the show was Stefia. Before they even got into the system, there were other budding or there were other flourishing female artists. So it's about being conscious. You know, as a group of people, putting your people on. That is all that I'm saying.
Okay, so can I ask you? You see the way the men, the legend that you are calling, we have Ambule, we have this, we have name 3 of such legends for the female that had like the moments that the Lumbers had, the Kodetri are talking about had. Name 3 that you think these women can still go to.
So then, question the say. May flip a question, no.
No, answer me.
I want to flip it
I want
before
you to answer me. So
I want to flip it before I start answering.
Okay.
Because there's been so many of them. We can talk about the Akusia Japons. We can talk about
the Akusia Japan is just one. Don't say the Akusia Japons like there are many. It's just one.
No,
one.
Because because me bought ambulance. Me say me bought ambulance. Me me step it down to Kwabna.
I said
me step it down to Boise. So okay, what if it started with the Akusia Japan and she was able to put 2 on? And then the 2 were able to put 2 on. It starts from some place. You understand? Do not push that conversation aside. That putting people on is also a factor.
No, but you see the purpose of that putting on.
Some people might never have gotten to know somebody like LJ, somebody like Amrado, or somebody like Strongman, if not for a certain project that maybe Sarkodie did. You get it? So I'm saying that putting people
the generations and it's making this conversation
I'm saying that regardless, put your own people on.
Slim, you have mixed so many generations in this particular conversation.
It is not generational. Don't look at it from say this generation Gen A for put Gen B on.
Slim,
all I'm saying is that if there's a female who's doing good, if there's a female who is doing good,
you're saying the right thing, but you're using the wrong examples. And I'm trying to put your mind to it, and you're not even seeing it. I hear.
Oh, that be.
For the purposes of this conversation, all I'm saying is, put your people. I don't want to even be right.
No, you are right. Because you don't want to hear what I'm saying. I'm trying to
put
tell
your people on.
You are saying, listen, if you tell me that, Sister Fear probably or by industry, when you're a money be to hold there, like a fear at that time, I get the conversation. No, I get it. That's what you said. That there's a certain Sarkodie who put LJ on. In that generation conversation, I understand you because there was a certain Becca at the time. What you are saying. But when you jump into the Ambule era, and I'm telling you, there are very few women that are still relevant in even our conversation.
Me say Ambule, me say we can step down to Kwabna, we can step down to.
Okay, so do the same.
Me say.
So we are coming down
Ambule mu era bo in Babesa 4. Almost still this but 4. Aside Akusia Japan, but 4 can.
Let me take it back again. Let me take it back again. Se one tia me say do be back. The idea is
if you are saying that women should feature women,
that
I
is all.
understand. That is one of
But
the
I'm saying
that the example you used,
then I'll do it.
generational example now, you said it was wrong.
It is not about...
Because at the time, when there isn't even enough women that we can call them iconic now, that will give her that hand. So they can rely on the fear.
That is why Asama Mika, what you are saying?
Me between oh no. But then before we wrap this conversation up, I want to commend Musica because Musica is doing a good job with she rhythms. Now, they have brought out Musica.
They offer that guy too.
What do I say? But yeah, Musica is just launched she rhythms. Okay, she rhythms, and they're putting female artists on with the old, the new, and then So I think 2 weeks ago they had the launch. And where Ifya was the main, artist on the bill, but then it's free for all female musicians now coming who are already in the space, and they'll be having a concert in December, a big concert, just projecting female music in Ghana and and they're also aiding in collaboration. So if you're a female artist who wants, to collaborate, once you reach out to She Rhythms Musica, they are going to, facilitate that for you, and they are doing a good job. Big ups to Abina Ruthie.
You remember this project from Ifya and Ifya did Abofra with Miss V, right? Mm-hmm. And I think they had others, like 2 or 3 songs.
Yeah. Really?
They had like 2 or 3 songs. Kindly check. See the type of like new energy way it bring to both them brands. Like you understand? That is what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter if it's Akosua Japan or Wendy Shea bigging up the new Tracy Shea. It has to be intentional. That's what I'm talking about, like collaboration between a group of people. Simple. Till it is. Let's move on. Move on.
Well, anyways, now let's move to my last story. Now, over the weekend, that was on Sunday.
Hold on. You see, industry Nkomo is very hard to have because we think the industry is just around the secular artist. The thing you are talking about, look at the gospel artists. Are they not doing all of that? Are they still not complaining? So what is the fundamental issue with Adena Sister Ifya Kanu? If you peg it on that level, it is the topmost top of the thing you are talking about, because which female artist in Ghana air collaboration is more than gospel for no? But if you sit a gospel artist here, they will still complain the same complaining that Sister Ifya is complaining. So that is not the solution to their problem.
Sister Ifya made one statement. Here said.
And she never said it was because maybe other ones didn't support you. You are the one that you are saying. If you say it is wrong because well.
2 hours so argument no be ya complete.
Asa obe say obeti we ka say when you brain. You expect
Adam, you are not allowed to talk.
Adam, only gospel for you.
Until I may say, Omeki's statement, Bako, about her not being fully accepted into the industry. She feels that maybe because she's not from, or she wasn't originally from staying in Ghana and all that. And I'm trying to look at it from a different angle. And I'm saying that.
No, she actually gave a reason why she feels she's not accepted. She say, according to her, Ghana fall like the struggle story.
But if you struggle, if you go through a certain process.
They relate more to the struggle story. So I was thinking that was where we would talk about.
No, I'm taking it from a different angle. I'm just saying that because there are certain ways, or there are different ways of breaking into an industry. You can get somebody to put you on and definitely boom, so everything I pick you out in a more professional way. You understand? But sometimes you have to go through and do the groundwork. Go to studio, be a studio rat. From being a studio rat to being a boy in the process. You have to go through the process, go through the mill.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at it from putting people on. If she had some, and definitely she had people. She had Bisakede.
Yes.
But me say a man also so. And then Sister Ifya has done. Has she done project with female artists before? As soon as can say it is not part of their problem. They just like it. They like the fact that they will do a song with. They like that support. My interview sister if you come on a cassette, but it is not their main problem.
Okay,
and
so can we go back to Sister Fia's very, very early project and you realize the number of females that she featured on? It was all Bisake there in the process. No, but
you see that's
exactly,
and that is not
because
the women did not go out like the
no. But sometimes also, so I'll use your own words. I will use your own words. You're saying that sometimes now there was like that some female artists who were also big. Why didn't they put her on?
No, that is her prerogative.
Exactly. That is what I'm saying. I'm only suggesting.
It could be by design. Those who were there.
Yeah, it is the men. It's not the women.
That is why I shifted the conversation to the men. And let me say, maybe look at the Bibiba project. We can look at the other project that Sako did. Yeah. The other one. Trumpet.
Yeah, trumpet.
You can look at all these projects. We can look at there's this other Charlie. There's another artist, big male artist, who also did another project and he had a lot of
even
up and coming.
Papi Kojo has even done
exactly
that before, with one Sima or something.
You get it.
Boys, yeah.
You get it. So
Hama used to do it.
Hama, yo.
Listen.
Anyways,
listen. So
my bad.
No. I'm just saying, a common the conversation you're having now is a conversation. It's an industry conversation. No, I'm coming. Hold on.
You're standing.
No, hold on. I'm just saying that this conversation is an industry conversation we can have, but it's not peculiar to this particular issue of Sister Fia. So when we have it, because Sister Fia has done a collaboration with your friend, Frida Rhyme Saucy. It was a nice project.
I'm saying
I'm saying
but Saucy is way later in her career.
No, but still she's complaining now, which means the thing the problem is still there.
I've had a conversation with the Sister Fia, and on struggle, and just so you know, it's the same. At the end of repeating was our interview, so it's the same thing. The story has always been the same. The story has always been the same. And I'm saying that in her early stages, because you can have a collaboration and it can give you a jump start. You get it? That is why I'm saying that let's shift the conversation a little bit and also look at it from that level.
You see,
said easy because I started by saying is the industry fair to female artists?
Yes, it is. It is.
I want to and I may say
it is not.
Maybe say somewhere small. What I say? Somewhere small.
Today, why? You are the one hosting. Why you let me say my things? You let me carry my thoughts to them. Why? So right now, what is your issue? You said Sister Fia, and then it was Bisake there more. Yeah. That was the person that brought her into the industry. Fortunately for her, Sister Fia had somebody who was also into music and was also standing on his feet and knew the grounds already. So of course she was going to rely on that person's energy to put her in the industry. It doesn't mean that if another artist or if she had the money to pay somebody or to even start that collaboration, she will not take it. I don't think any artist will say I reached out to Sister Fia and she said she will not do it. No, I just think she put her best foot forward. The person she had was, imagine, you think if let's say Stone should sign Stone, didn't he do collaborations with your friend is saying the those were people they had. That was her springboard. Now, her ability to now fit into the industry, she has realized it is not just about getting women to feature, which is part of one problem. But her problem is no matter what she does, she is not accepted. Because the Ghanaian people prefer struggle from the Tama to the here, to what you say, Ashama boy to the here. What you say? But the conversation, what you said, the people like that.
Let me ask you one question. Let me ask you one question.
No, hold on, let me finish. To her, she believes that even if she features Cardi B, there will still not be that acceptance from the Ghanaian people she wants. That is her problem.
So now let me ask you something. Do you believe that a collaboration, a good collaboration as a matter of fact, can give you a start in this business?
You think she hasn't have that? She hasn't had that yet.
I'm asking you, do you believe?
No, and I'm saying that do you think this? We're talking about sister.
Do you believe?
No, I believe. But do you also believe that she hasn't had that?
Thank you.
No. This is not a new artist.
So you are saying you are talking about acceptance. No, you are talking about being accepted.
Do you think Sister Fia hasn't had a good collaboration
Hold on.
here?
Hold on. Let's use just acceptance. The fact that they've accepted Adam in a certain space. If Adam holds my hand and he's like, hey, Montoma, Progressiva Napoy, hey, the moment that co-sign is done, hold on. Hey. The moment that co-sign is done in your territory, if you introduce me, then go hold me down on a certain level. Hold on.
And I say, a friend is a female vice president. I don't Ghana, because Stopboy can hold your hand.
Do you believe?
You are accepted in just a shaman, and still you will feel like the big part of Ghana is not accepting you.
No, but do you? That is why I ask. Do you believe that the co-sign
has not had any feature that will?
If you believe a co-sign can work, why can't you also work through that angle?
Slim, wait. This conversation, this whole. This whole conversation, I want us to put it in perspective, a certain perspective. Now, what is the acceptance? What is the definition of her acceptance in the first place? And on what parameters do we also see acceptance in the industry? Is it by having hit songs, getting collaborations,
or winning awards,
getting shows, having dedicated fans around you? What are we looking at when we say acceptance in this perspective?
No,
and
that is there or not there. It has to be.
So that's why I'm saying her and the industry.
Yeah.
So when we list these parameters and we look at the box, whether it has ticked for her or not.
So we can have the industry version and we can have her version.
Because she could have a feeling that, because at times certain things can be experienced by only her. Where maybe a show that she was supposed to be on, someone she will later not be on and hear backroom conversation, which will feel like, then it happens 2-3 times. Now, she may have a certain preconceived idea. Then when it happens multiple times, that confirms her preconceived,
mentality.
Then something else comes her way and she's like, I said it. You understand? But maybe you will be sitting somewhere, you will not see from her lens, and she will see from her lens. And all of these things, at times, mentality also goes to play a role. How you accept it. The other time I was here and I was talking about the negative bias of the brain. Naturally it is there, where the brain highlights a lot of negativity. At times it's to even caution us. That is where, as we are here, as we are having a conversation, nothing has happened. We'll be feeling comfortable. As soon as we hear pum, we'll all rush out to go and see what is happening.
Yeah.
Because the brain will highlight that. Now, Tilly, a bonny suit. Oh, Charlie, Tilly, why a guy? A lot of people, by just one person will say, I did the and psychologically, Tilly will feel like, the dressing. Meanwhile, 5 people have told her she's Charlie what they were saying, by just one person. But that same thing will happen to somebody. The person will not listen to the one, but will pay attention to the 5.
If 5 say they know they like them, and 1 say they like them.
You see, so like at times we are all wired differently.
Yeah.
So some of the things maybe she has experienced and she will feel it moves into not acceptance. Some artists will feel or experience that, and they will not see it
exactly.
as that. At times our mental strength.
So the industry,
how we are all
made. You know why I kept saying that it's Sister Fia we are talking about? Because you and I, the conversation we are having it as if this is a general problem for our industry, Mbano industry, which is there, it is true. Most of them, they have a problem with even Mbano, how they accept each other.
Yeah.
But Sister Fia in particular, she's not a struggling artist. Sister Fia is actually there. So you see, the way in her mind she thinks that something is still lacking, then now we have to zoom into her. That's why I said, forget the things you are saying. Let's focus on the things she said. I agree with you. Sir, in my and back collaboration, it's there. We need it. It adds something. Unless I want to lie, it adds something. But pertaining to Sister Fia, it has never really been. I'm not getting in my and back feature or anything. No, it's about the fact that she doesn't feel accepted. Even baby away through baby away through when they carry amuno, she doesn't feel accepted. And you know another person that I have a feeling feels that way too.
Who?
Wendy Shea. Until Wendy Shea will stand on a stage where she's holding Artist of the Year trophy because of the work she has done, she will never feel accepted. And if you want to have an interview with Wendy Shea and she wants to go down line, you can see, say, all of them, in spite of wherever they have reached, they still feel inadequate in a certain way. Until Obiankomo a peculiar to or no, it is never a general thing. There are general things that bothers them, but since they fear baby, I will do know. If she's saying that still swan, then there's something.
Okay, so me drag the female collaboration in them because there's. I think that was like 2 or 3. No, 2 or 3. No, 2 or 3. 2 or 3 months ago, where 2 or 3 months ago, you realized that this story also came up with the Sister Fia, where she was saying that she's not going to collaborate with any female artist in Ghana. I don't know if you've forgotten about that story. Oh, it came up.
Oh, okay.
And when I had a conversation with her one-on-one on my pod, she also made mention. Okay, straight away, because she feels that the female that my music industry, they are not supportive enough. So she's done with my industry. That is why I am dragging the conversation there, because her story, like I said, has always been consistent. And these things, hunting a may shift here at the end of the crab. Said, "Oh, the men nanny pool, Nicky to be near." Yan done additional.
So can I ask you a question?
Feel free.
Which feature, with which artist, female artist, do you think will give her that satisfaction she's looking for? As somebody who knows the terrain, knows the acceptance and the validation you are talking about, and who is in which power to give. Which artist, which female artist
will give her that acceptance? From
the Tiwa more time. Tiwa, which is the Asumafo level, up until now, which one do you think say that collaboration will give her that acceptance?
Towase, me the bros is here. I will take you. Relax.
We are far behind time, but then these are some, events that will be going on this weekend. Now we have the Black Star stage play that is starring Segun Arinze and Adote. Was Andrew Adote. Exactly.
You owe me chips.
Well, anyways, it started yesterday. It's continuing today into Sunday, and it's 6:45 p.m. each night. It's happening at the University of Ghana Amphitheatre, and you can get your tickets on their sites. And of course, my next events that will be starring this weekend is also the workshop of the Ghana Dance Festival, and it's having their grand finale as well. And yesterday Robert Clough was here to speak about it a bit, but then it will be happening tonight. And of course, you can get more information on their Instagram at the Ghana Dance Festival page, or you can dial *714*150#. And of course, these are all of my stories that I'm bringing you guys today.
Debbie Sway, thanks a lot for joining us this morning. Showbiz Review Extra continues. This is music from Kwame Eugene, and this song has been out for like 3 months now, doing very, very well. And very soon we will dive into another new song on the market. Mr. Easy alongside Kim Promise. See What We've Done is also out. This is Showbiz Review Extra. Stay easy on the jam right here on Showbiz Review Extra on Hitz 103.9. My name is DJ Slim here with the usual suspect. I have Tilly Tills, and of course I have Mr. Adam Chotomi. We are here to look at some of the biggest stories of the week, and we'll kickstart with a story on My Joy Online, and it says, Wode Maya, that's my main man, Rocky Dawuni, Anita Erskine, and 2 others granted diplomatic passports by a foreign minister. The story goes on to say Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Kujeto Ablakwa has presented diplomatic passports to 5 high-profile Ghanaians: travel vlogger Wode Maya, Grammy-nominated reggae artist Rocky Dawuni, broadcaster Anita Erskine, visual artist Ibrahim Mahama, and entrepreneur Denta Amwatin, in a move meant to strengthen Ghana's cultural and people-to-people diplomacy. The minister announced this on Wednesday, September 17th, at the launch of the Diaspora Summit 2025 being organized by the Office of the President, Diaspora Affairs, and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The 5 recipients were selected for their international reach and track record of promoting Ghana and Africa and African culture abroad. Now, the diplomatic passports are intended to help the individuals better connect Ghana to the world through cultural diplomacy, trade promotion, and international engagement. Wode Maya, real name Berthold Kobe Winkler Akon, wenya ni diplomatic passport. Rocky Dawuni, international reggae musician and activist, and also Nisa Canada. Anita Erskine, a veteran broadcaster and media entrepreneur, for hosting flagship programs and championing youth, women empowerment, and Pan-African conversation. Erskine is also a bilingual and has an established profile across Ghana and Africa in the media space.
Too much.
Tu gelo?
Tu passer?
Tu passer?
Pour moi, la tamise.
Comment ça?
Estoy bien y tú.
¿Qué
pasa? ¿Qué
Tu
pasa?
parles français?
¿Qué pasa?
¿Qué pasa?
¿Qué pasa?
Oh, wow.
Oh. Oh wow, dear. Well, this is the post from our Honorable Minister on Wednesday, and it says, I announced today at the launch of the 2025 Diaspora Summit that, based on the authority conferred on the Foreign Minister of Ghana under NLCD 155, we are honoring the following outstanding Ghanaians with diplomatic passport. Number 1, Wode Maya. Number 2, Lady Denta Amwatin. Number 3, Rocky Dawuni. Number 4, Anita Erskine. Number 5, Ibrahim Mahama, the iconic artist, not President Muhammad's brother.
That was a very necessary differentiation.
Hey.
And that's
So, I've seen some of the stories running on social media, but I think it's a good move. Remember, previously, this conversation came up. That was during this ambassadors, the French. Anne Sophie, thank you very much. I think she brought it up right here on Hitz FM, right?
Yeah.
She brought it up that there are certain artists who she believes should be given diplomatic passport. But anyway, how do you feel about it? Let me start with you, Adam, and then.
Yeah, I really feel good about it. I was at the program with Kwame Daze, and I mean it was to launch the Diaspora Affairs from the office, an initiative from the office of Kofi Ochedako, who is the director of Diaspora Affairs at the office of the president. At the launch, a lot of issues were brought to the fore, where the minister made an emphatic statement that diasporans who are coming to Ghana for the summit will not be, made to pay any visa charges. They waive those things for them because, if you want your brothers to visit you, you don't need to treat them as foreigners. And when we are looking at investment among other things, which can go a long way to support our local economy. And this diaspora summit will take place in December.
Okay.
It'll be like a 2 days activity where different things will be happening with those from the diaspora. And during his speech, he said that 5 Ghanaians have been selected to be issued a diplomatic passport. And he told us that will be done, the issuance where the passports will now be handed to them will happen at a different forum. So like they will have a forum to officially hand over the passports to these 5 individuals. And when the names were mentioned, I think everybody in the auditorium was very happy. I mean, it was difficult to be able to falter the list, or I mean, say that this person shouldn't be there, or this person is there because of this. I mean, clearly, it was clearly based on merit. And I was happy it was started with a number 5, you know, where it wasn't like maybe a wholesale kind of thing. I mean, this tells that it means the administration is monitoring Ghanaians who are doing something in their corner. And this just, the government is just 9 months in office. And it means that, I mean, going forward, a lot will come. And it will clearly still be on merit. So, like, whoever is in every corner you are doing something, it means that somebody is watching you. And that can be appreciated by the country. So, it also encourages people to give of their best and continuously push that narrative. And if you look at these 5 individuals over the period, in their own ways, they have found a way of selling Ghana and Africa to the rest of the world through their own initiatives, their own resources, among others. And the government thinks that if they are given a certain tool, because for you to be able to deliver some of these things, it deals with movement from one place to the other. And the diplomatic passport becomes a tool to be able to create that enabling environment for you to move from one place to the other. And we've seen Dawuni work with the UN on so many initiatives, I mean, sustainable development among others, climates and other things. And such comes in handy. Wode Maya has also been on this journey for very long, where he's been promoting local tourism in Africa to the rest of the world. And this diplomatic passport comes as something to make certain places easily accessible. Recently, we saw with Wode Maya, that very day, interestingly, he made a point that after going through a stressful processes at the Australian embassy, he had been denied.
Yeah, you
understand?
I think there was also one country in Africa that he tried so much, but Botswana.
Yeah, and later they had to engage him.
It was just crazy. I mean, I think so. Kase was spending there like a year or or more. You know, to even get or apply about farmer.
Yeah, so I mean, the countries we have diplomatic ties with, without immunities among others, they are going to enjoy that. Some visa free, some expedited visa services. I mean, some special treatment in terms of lanes among others at the airports, and other easy accessibility and mobility in countries they visit. And I think that this is a step in the right direction, and I want to urge these people not to be swollen-headed and end here, but even use this as a stepping stone to even go further. And I believe that others will also emulate some of their good works and continue to push, I mean, to the limits. So, I mean, it's a good initiative, and big ups to all of them. Congratulations. The entire Dawuni were there, so I give them their congratulations. The others, congratulations, and they need to keep working hard.
Tills.
Yes, congratulations to them. They deserve it. So my thing is, why them and not the others who are equally doing the same thing as them? Typical example, Kofi Kinata. What you said about UN and all, Kofi Kinata in 2024 May also, he does that. He has this thing, immigration and all those things that he does with the UN and some of their goals. So I'm here and I'm asking myself, okay, these people, yes, they sorry, they've pushed Ghana to the rest of the world. They are doing that. But so are some of our top talents here in Ghana who are doing that. And mind you, each one of them, the role they are doing or the role they are playing, that has been recognized as solely for it's their business. It's not like an NGO they are doing, or probably like let's say a government sanctioned something they are doing. They are private business owners doing their own thing that happens to push Ghana to the rest of the world. So it's someone like Kofi Kinata. So other artists and other people that would think. So my thing is, yes, they deserve it. It might probably open the conversation up for other people that we think should be part in future. But what was the criteria of selection? Because the criteria of selection they've given so far, a lot of people fit in. So many more fit in. So how come these people were picked over the other? That was what I really want to know. Because so far, and yeah, clear, mommy.
Okay, unyani
ye. And the definition, as I said, the criteria they've given, so many more fitting. So many more fitting. So what really are they looking for?
Okay.
So that way, Crampo, I think a lot of us more who probably want diplomatic passport to be a bit more, we know where we are moving. Because I really, really want to know.
Okay.
Not to say they don't deserve, as I said, they deserve it. But so per the definition they've given or the things they've said, a lot more deserve that. So why did they pick this over the others?
If the cutoff point or the cutoff number was 5, Tilly, do you have a list of people? No, I'm just saying if the cutoff point is 5. Do you will list them?
Okay, so once again, you are assuming the cutoff point was 5.
Yes.
But it could be that it wasn't cut. It's not necessarily about the cutoff point. No, don't assume. This is something that
they can give more.
They can give more. Passport.
Passport to be
printing.
That's what I'm saying. If it was,
do you know why I asked that question?
Let me finish because I said I'm hating on people.
I asked that question because in your statement you were like, yes, they deserve it, but Nkofo Bibrinsu they deserve it.
Exactly.
So say if you make that statement, I
didn't say Nkofo deserve it more.
No,
I said Nkofo deserve it. So
that is why I'm saying that if the cutoff number is 5, Tilly, ona say 2 million
Slim. No.
Where ona are foreign affairs minister?
I will not answer. Do you know why? Do you know why I will not answer?
Why?
If per Omada number 12 Omoka say this and this and this is the criteria, and we're picking 5 people, then I know, yes, they were doing 5 people.
Okay,
but they gave something that shows that a lot more people can fit. That's what I'm saying. It could even be that we can have more conversations that open other people up. But my question is, unless they are telling me, this is the first batch of people they are doing, my question then is, how come it was not open to a bit more people who fit the same criteria they've given? What you are saying, I'm not saying that people who deserve it better. These people deserve it. I'm just saying, how come?
Tills. Who repeat the first one? All I'm saying that. Just Republic of Umufia. We are foreign affairs. The Republic of Umufia. We are foreign affairs minister. 5.
Okay, so why do you think I should take 5 pay?
If
I'm the public affairs of Umofia, why are you limiting? I will get more, especially if the criteria is this and there are people who probably their entire career is going to do this thing, the same thing you are giving this. Of course, there are people that can fit in that criteria. Typical example is what I said. Kofi Kinata, he fits in this criteria. You can't tell me someone like even Hukram. Even Sak doesn't fit in that criteria. He fits into that criteria. So unless there are other things they looked at, that even fit in that. Because see, like I said, Thailand, what is he doing? No, what you say? So if there is other things they looked at to say, oh, we are picking this 5, or maybe we are picking this 5 first, then they might not have disclosed that to us. But per what they've disclosed, I think it's moved past just these 5 people. What you say? That's what I'm saying. And
I
cannot answer because I'm saying,
Umofia, you don't want to choose 5.
No, I'm not going to choose 5 because you know what's that.
Okay, choose. Give me your list.
No.
In Umofia,
Salem, I would say instead of choosing 5 other people to replace them, I would rather say let's open it to probably 20 people so that more people can fit.
Okay, so add the 15.
Makabi, Kenata, them.
1.
Sako them.
2.
Even can promise them.
2. 8.
Was so counting.
My numbers in there.
Gospel artists from Ghana or Ghana representing a year pa. Do metal bet me HM. Now we come to the arts, the painting art side. There's this guy. He's called Ambassador PP. Yeah, reading.
Yeah.
He's short. You know what did he even?
Yesterday.
Oh my God, he should be one of them. When you go to the drama department too, there are some that are doing well. When you go to the fashion side, there are some that are doing this more.
Bastard boys.
Because these people
Bastard boys.
Yes. No. I'm also
no,
I've not finished. I beg you. Make her creatives. What you say?
Okay.
So.
Radio presenters. If you are slim person in it.
Yes.
Slim.
Yes. Somebody like me.
You don't see that.
What you say?
My train
So I'm saying.
Still,
no, but you see that's what I'm saying.
Unless
there was something that makes these people the top 5 on there, but if it's about and the paper now they printed diplomatic and
no, definitely.
And I don't think the article they used to do that thing, no, it is limited to 5. There can be more unless this is the first batch they have considered to see how Ghanaians will respond to giving diplomatic passports to people who are not government office holders, to see how to test the temperature. And mind you, these people do not have any political affiliations that we know. So maybe they are not air testing what.
But I want to believe this is the first batch.
Yeah, I want to believe. I honestly want to
certainly.
believe. I want to believe.
For I want to say this.
People were even like, I think I met somebody who was like, he was surprised that Denta came in, and I'm like, Denta is not a political. Because she worked with the previous government, and I'm saying, no. I mean, it's about support, and I mean the capacity you can offer. It's not about affiliation. If that's the case, like nobody should support. If you are supporting the government, it goes to benefit the nation. So it's not about a political affiliation.
No, it's not. It's not at all.
Offerings.
It's not because these people are not people you can say we are affiliated to this party or that party.
They have
always had value in different.
That's starting at the end.
Yeah, they've always had that.
Different government.
It's true. It's true. Same for your friend is saying. Anita Erskine.
Me now go print some given.
She's been a conferencier since time immemorial. What I say, but that's what I'm saying. That I'm hoping this is the first batch to test the water to test the temperature to see how Ghanaians feel about this. But if it is only with the criteria they gave,
but do you know,
then it should be open to a bit more.
Do you know? I feel they might not touch or they might not step into artists like.
Why? Rock it down on your artists.
Maybe.
Hey, Slim. You are lying. Your bias has come out. You don't see Rock it down only as Ghanaian artist. Wow.
No.
DJ Slim.
I say they might not step into artists, then you work at it.
Meanwhile, there's working that winning as an artist.
Oh, from the time I was on my wake up here, Debbie, Slim, and Tilly. Next time, Momo 1 hour.
I don't know why. I started talk.
Yesterday, he for taking us, not take me today.
That's where it started. I was listening. That's where it started.
Oh, yeah,
Akwano yes signboard. Akwano yes signboard. Na ocho se na ne bokuri hu ban. E no ocho na ne bokuri no meche no. The corner say, I didn't marry buying. I can't.
It's when we would have
I can't buy him.
They might not step into my music word way na any free problem. Certain category of artists
how?
Apart from the ones that have political affiliation, they might not get into certain because of a certain thing. Question marks be brave.
You have not said anything yet. Say it well.
Men now I be so me consider. It's 11. But Nino, your take on the whole diplomatic passport.
I think remember that's our point. But I think
you know where I'm.
You don't know.
You have it.
Say like almost step into the 4S for Nana.
Omunko baby, omunko baby, but omunko baby.
4S no baby, omunko baby.
Enya hokra asem baby. We be am menya asem.
Say me so me present am say maybe so.
Now kasa ho.
Oh, but I think that is a great move. It's an inspiration to the industry and to young creatives that are coming out. And a lot of times, pundits, you said that omu fee and you know, and I think this is in the right direction. To me, I think it will inspire a lot of creatives in all fields, whether they'll look at this and be inspired. YouTubers like you, radio, TV
this guy will not make the list. Me. Well, to me so obi kon. What to me so papa sa me flare. I say what dey wo. I want to list so boycott be I be your Ghana any protest no. See the contest with the Maya das. And see the contest with me.
No, in future he might change.
You stop for diplomatic passport.
For the purpose.
So I think it's a great inspiration. Another thing I like about it is the transparency. You know, over the years, so we've not seen this before. Say, you know, they announce that I'm giving diplomatic passes to this, that, and that. But okay, I'm buy and almost say everybody should bring their diplomatic. Listen who ya. Listen who ya.
You overweight.
And I was waiting at back door. So I'm happy that they're being transparent about it because I don't want
using it as reward.
Yes, using it as a reward. And so that when they are leaving, another person will not come and say, bring it back and all that. This is like a reward to them. And I'm sure it's going to be, for a period, if not forever. It's going to be for a long period. And it will encourage the five to do more for the creative sector in the country. And it will also encourage the millions, like Steely is saying, the millions, to also, do more. And I want to believe, again, that this is the first batch.
Yes, I want to believe.
But Honorable Minister, second batch, and 5.
Bro
5. Me money number.
Only 2 from every sector.
So sector what for Phyllis upside. It's a upside. It's Osha no Osha side. Gospel.
Okay.
Movie
Yeah.
Drama.
Yes.
Because you say why TV presenters and MCs. That's Anita. Why
event organizer.
Good. Why artistic work? Ibrahim Mama. Why Wode Maya, YouTuber?
Musician.
No, I am musician. Rock it down.
Fashion designer. Stage. Friend is saying. George Quay, also Nyabi.
Stage drama for no. George Quay.
No, wait. Aside George Quay, Crowway. What's his name? Latif Abubakar or tied the call outside Ghana choir production so okay or no embassy Ghana
Shami Manuano
Dabi no Shami Makahu
but Shami Manuano so the drama call outside Ghana
will be angry
let's look beyond that. I understand, but let's look beyond. He's also been trying. If Mansa Musa also is it Moomin?
Are you talking about Moomin?
Yeah, I think it's Moomin. Mansa Musa, that project.
No, we don't want anybody that we can trace their thing to.
Also, the stage play call on the road.
Yes.
Then definitely.
No. But
regardless of the.
You see, the reason why we were talking about
Chief
the entire
Moomin
is the fact that we don't see their direct to power, but because
but he's still done so well for the creative.
Okay, but let's take this one first. Latif Abubakar first. Because of the frequency at which he does it, and we don't see a
Chief Moomin doing that
as a frequency that he takes production out, and then we don't see the political link that you just did with Shamima. But as I said, we don't see any one yet time. Our eyes are not.
Media, they make her say, Honorable Minister, order,
fashion designer, BIO.
Also, there are a lot of fashion boy.
NLCD 155.
And when
that's where the power is coming from. The power.
Okay, you mean the power to do it? So that power, no. Yeah, they are showing him. So please, next time do more of 5.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the
okay.
Well, let's jump on to our next story. And Brother Sami is in the news. Brother Sami is in the news.
But has it happened before, where or when they are invited you and you charged and they said no, it's too much?
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Baby.
I mean the big ones.
Baby, umufra. boa obebono samewa eni wo kurom ha yi really me ticket ama America ni aba onye ono nko broni nko anante da one ni management ni instrumentalist aduane umbedi hotel umbetima gibia hotel suru ni nyina no nko a because obeka say ohia peace
privacy
what you say but magana ni ode kase ode oma mo 10 rooms obefro before on floor ai obefro before because I dey na nko abeji 10 so many instrumentalist na eba okay ode me instruments ma mo nkrofo na abo but ode my hotel aduane ebedie kumasi a plane ticket ombeka se ho stress wo mo ye de gospel ne yakofa to en ho so ne de ye de ne de ye wu
wow
e de the gospel ne sound we say zim oh ye nyame adwuma e di kwan se wudidi and shout adam so ye ho say
this is Hitz.
Once you are labeled a gospel singer, you are not expected to make a living out of your career. A gospel singer, Brother Sammy, is the one speaking. And Brother Sammy is saying that some of the gospel artists in the country are being given ill treatment by some pastors, event organizers in Ghana. In fact, they would rather call on other artists to perform when you make certain demands. We are gospel artists, you don't have the right to enjoy as a gospel artist. You don't have the right to enjoy from the fruits of your labor. I have Ninoy here. Ninoy is a former member of the now defunct Ninoy!
DJ Slim, are you okay?
I'm enjoying the intro.
Yeah, I enjoyed the Jew. Okay.
One leg.
Mejawa Matili.
One-legged.
One leg of the former.
Tilly will do the work for me. Go ahead.
He's a former member. One leg of the now defunct.
Oh, but
table no way.
Table no.
Ebubu.
No, I can't.
Hey, that be
Okay.
I'm not part of them, so I can't talk whether it's.
Maybe a table
This,
request.
no, today
I'm not part again.
Oh, why?
Oh, no.
there's
Tilly, why
a
you're
former
heartbroken?
member.
Are you heartbroken?
Oh, yeah. I
former-
really like this guy being part of it. You know why?
Why?
Should I say it?
I
Okay,
your
say it.
crush.
Sometimes I will wait a nice article about them. We were hacking crying.
Oshutu kakra.
What you do me?
Oh,
Yeah, Raddy Mewu. Yeah, but when do I need you? I'm ready to need you.
Without that, remember.
Interest.
Ninoy,
Yeah.
how true is this statement from Brother Sammy?
I think that first of all, you should take off the sum. I mean, every gospel artist in this space, and I want to believe that outside of Ghana is going through some of these things. I call it cross to carry if you are in ministry. Over the years, I've worked with artists for the last decade and a half and almost 2. And all the artists and, Adam now manages a gospel artist will tell you they face some of these things. First of all, when you are going, it's 2 things. Mm-hmm. The amount you're going to request for is going to be very small, or based on relationship, you are going expecting, say, the person who's going to give you something that is, honorable, as honorarium.
Okay.
Great.
So
But-
it is not actually your worth or your...
Yes,
They
but
don't go by
when you listen
your-
to Samir's interview, he said most of this are relationship.
Okay.
So you believe that out of that relationship, it gives you something honorable,
Okay.
which is an honorarium, so that you can honor those who you came with very well.
Okay.
But most of the times, this something honorable is not honorable. And most of the times, it doesn't even come.
Oh,
Like he said, I listened to that whole full interview with Andy on Thursday or so. So you can go and you can get a call. I want you to play this gig, and you hear, oh, Pastor, this, that. So it's some way to charge. So you see, Pastor, this, that. So it's some way to charge. So, okay, also for you, then they'll say, bring the whole team. For team nina, bra. Oh, mo bonus sana, insurance ba more. Then you bring the team. Then after that, when you are leaving, also for either also for your cousin or can say train, and now say also for Bowet, I was stage so on your but also baby, or even you wait. Also for no best share fellowship in the office. You have a 2 hours. Na kase no so
malt ne pie.
Oh, na kase no so for be man adie no. Na be dani asem. And I've interviewed a lot of artists, even recently when I started my show here on Hitz, saying about it, or say last 2 years. Also for no friends every day now a cat line. To now.
Holy Spirit.
To now, friends are now a cat line. Now, also your friend no starting pie. Yes. No bon kiti all the way to Obuasi. Also call you wakobo gig or train sika. What's a hot train? Ebi ene no mbe man. O fresh or more Fabium.
Wafa Obuasi tunnels nimbi.
And even some of them, even I mean, there's one that you better. Oh, bad we are sharing. I say, oh the edge. Mene nyankopon ebekasa. So this is a big issue, and you see, it wouldn't have gotten here because gone were the days when the daughters and things were doing it. They were doing it for free, and let's do it. Then this free thing, the people didn't do all these things. Then now some of them say, okay, when you call me, man, I will make you pay something to cover my ban, to cover my transport, and to cover every other cost I'm coming to minister with. So that amount they charge you, that amount Empress will charge you, that amount Geometry will charge you, that amount Team Intense will charge you, is something very, very small just to cover some cost for him getting to the venue.
Okay.
Because the startable amount now, but beside them, the startable amount now because Ketwazi. You understand? So it's just something small, some less.
How small is this small that you people keep talking?
Some are as low as 2K, 3K. Oh, some as low 5K.
Organize a gospel rock show.
I'm telling you, some as low as 5K. But and also Emba.
And also soon Samba.
I'm telling you.
The 5.
Oh, see, the space, there are some places that we call Banga or the Efrewa. Hey, wouldn't say Beba. And there are some places that they call you Oshani Tutu. You see, so in all of this, when you look at it, the first calling is the ministry. So there are some of them who say, okay, when you call me, I'll look at the ministry bit of it and try to come. But after that, I'll have a conversation with God. You bless me, Lord. Yes, I've gone to bless your people, so you bless me. And probably their faith will give them the multiplication they want. And they are satisfied with them. And there are some of them that they can't take it again. They can't take it. You understand? But that journey, that gospel journey, I always say that's the cross you have to carry for ministry. And it's very, very unfortunate. You see, the church itself that has to support gospel music, it's not supporting it to that length that you want to see. Some of the churches, let me say. And that's what is bringing all of these things. And say, if you charge your number mound. Share. Just because of some of these things. If you charge your number mound, die. Just because of some of these things, I'm telling you.
So it started off with free performances from some of the veteran gospel artists. And it has developed into a culture. Where most of these gospel or most of these churches and pastors believe that you know once you are a gospel artist you are serving the Almighty, therefore your reward is in heaven, and you don't have to be given any form of physical remuneration for
every
your
gospel
performance.
artist started from a church, and when you are singing in the church, one day the pastor will tell you, kneel down, let me pray for you. Say, I bless you. You go into the nations. You go and bless lives. Then immediately you start. Or God make you start fulfilling that prophecy. Na semaba.
Manifestation you do na.
Manifestation you do na semaba.
Na aloki.
Semaba. But the way it is all bompire. One day administration is touching. And now from the heart all bompire goes. So that's where the whole issue starts from. Then you start getting issues with your church. Because now the manifestation is the prophecy is to take it to the nations. So maybe a Sunday and maybe a uniho. So say nations now all they corner. Once you your man of God will start calling them. Maybe you say, sorry. I'm on friendly view. So their gospel artists are handling. Gospel artists are handling a lot. So that's why when you see that, you need to encourage them. We did that have been controversy for Moana. I'm very worried because it's a lot for them.
With this, I want to find out from Adam. I mean, How lucrative is the gospel music industry now? Because with this knowledge, I'm thinking
it's lucrative, but it depends on how it is handled. I mean, because if you do not be so awakened with the showbiz side, you may get into a lot of challenges where people may take advantage of your situation, and at the end of the day, it will lead to rendering you incapable, because it will be difficult for you to do promotions, because I mean, you can spend about 100,000 to promote a song, promotional, not to talk about even
production,
studio works and other things.
Yeah.
And if you do all of these things, and what will bring the income, you have a challenge there. It will be troubling. So, I mean, some have devised ways to ensure that it doesn't happen, or it happens when they want to allow it, but it's minimal. I mean, that is the best way. And from that perspective, it becomes lucrative.
How do you deal with a situation like this?
So
that you don't get into trouble with the Holy Spirit?
Yeah, most of the times, depending on who is engaging.
Yeah, I know, because it's very spiritual.
So this is where normally third parties need to come in, like the management. At times, most of the artists engage these people, and that is where the problem comes. And most of the times, at times when you call the artist will direct you, call my manager, call my management. And when it comes to the management, it is not about Holy Spirit. It's about work. And what will go into the work, and what can make that work happen. So if you want the person to come and do A and B, you need to put in this to be able to arrive at that A and B. So the manager will expect that that thing is done for the artist to arrive at A and B. And if it doesn't happen, then the person can come. But in some cases, you realize that maybe they have a certain relationship, and you try and meet the person who is booking you midway. Or because of that experience or relationship they have, or their situation, I mean, some of them can explain certain things to you, and because it's ministry, you can look at that situation you've been presented with and decide, okay, I can go and do it as a seed for them. So you need to blend the two, the showbiz and ministry. I mean, that's their difficulty. You need to blend the showbiz and the ministry to be able to, chart some of these parts. Else, you may end up having problems. Meanwhile, you are doing the right thing. So it's a difficulty for the side.
I think we're doing a lot of education here. So and what you just talked about, I believe it works more for established gospel artists. But artists who are on the come up, how do you maneuver your way through a system like this, where it's more of Godfather, Bishop, and Asoreba relationship? How do you maneuver your way through something?
There was this woman in worship. We had an engagement with the organizers, and we decided not to charge. That's Empress Gifty. We decided not to charge, but
that was last year.
Yes, but we were taking something for the band, because normally the band, they are coming to work, and at times if you do not saw them, you get to a point where you need them and they'll be giving you excuses. So we charge for the band. However, during the program, Empress decided to pay the band and sow a seed for the organizer with the money for the band.
Okay.
You understand? So at times you will be doing that thing, but the ministry side will come, and you just need to allow your spirit to lead you. because I mean they also believe in certain things that if you do this thing, because that's the word they are preaching. So at times you need to practice the word. So they believe that, okay, if I do this, God will bless me or I will encounter it in a different way. So some, you have to blend it. The ministry and the showbiz. It's not always that you can go the showbiz. It's like, it's not a Christianity in the crowd. At times, some akwanchebi doesn't make sense. You understand? You go, they say, go and do this. And at times, too, some favor and blessing you get will not make sense to people. So that is how it is. So I say you can nkonu ane bese pa haban ye taseno obayansa for.
So it's like a thin line, the ministry and the business. It's like a thin line. That's why I keep saying that if you're not called to do the gospel music and you just want to do gospel music, overcall.
You can
overcall, because at times staying at the ministry side can take you decades before a very huge blessing will come. At times it can take you a week, 2 weeks, then you get a huge blessing. But if the blessing comes, Charlie, I hear some of them about blessing. Slim,
it's a blessing with you,
Charlie. The Bobby Cheros is here. You understand? After someone doing the program in UK, someone works with a person, the amount of money he gives him, one person. Then you say, no, it doesn't make human sense that this person will give you such money. You understand? So some of these things is by His grace. To understand the ministry and understand that it's a calling. If it wasn't a calling, now obey mukeke there. Unche obeko.
Tills.
I remember there was a time we went to a church.
Please.
They gave Empress envelope.
Wrap up real quick.
She gave the envelope back to the church because she looked at the condition of the church and like, you take it and I mean for support basis, build a church with this. You know, so at times if you are not led,
if you're about to wait me.
Let me speak up like somebody who is not led. I am not led.
Okay, go.
You are going on the business. We mean business.
Go. I work with an artist in the US and the Japan. Certain decisions he makes. I'm like, it's because you are called. I am not called. So
you don't have a phone.
We are always butting heads because it doesn't make any sense to me that you want to do this. But he says it's called. Who am I?
You're not there with the cocky.
Where the cocky?
You don't even have a SIM card.
Listen, I think that I want to choose my words very well. What I'm coming to say is quite controversial, even in my head.
Even in your head?
Yes, it's quite controversial for my own mind.
Keep it there.
Hold on, I'll still say it. So I'm trying to filter it and say it all. I think some churches, they exploit gospel musicians. And I think it goes back to how Christianity is presented to Africans. It's tied with a bit of fear and, sorry to say, kramaya humbras here. So even when you are being exploited, you are forced to look to a higher power than actually standing for yourself. And because the church is done in that level of hierarchy, that and then Papa level, a lot of them who are not properly connected to God and the goodness of God, they exploit the people under them. They exploit them a lot. Now, this is my philosophy. If was sorry na me wo and I may me gospel artist me was sorry when I'm page free any ade and I say if you can page free baby but I worship in your church I will minister for free.
Oh, okay.
I will minister for free if unless there's an event.
So sorry, what's on your sorry?
That na me shim na monitor what you say I will minister for free.
Your church
if there's an event, let's say we are doing convention and they want me to minister and bring extra things, then I let them know, say, oh, these people, maybe the extra band that are coming, they come with a cost. What you say? So maybe I might not sort them. The church will just sort them directly.
That's why you should start. This thing I
say. But once I move from my church and I don't own that church any problem, if you are calling me, I will not leave it at honorarium. I'm giving you a price. If you can pay, pay. If I come and God touch my heart, and I say I will not call it, at least I know say me nyame e wa apam in that moment. I'm saying menje.
What if say we church no branch fufu?
In America no, there will always be an understanding. Say so for say me come minister will have for something. I know it's my church. I attend Foursquare Gospel Church. If I were a singer in my church, and I was a big singer, and I'm the Power City branch where I go, and they say go to the Matayeko branch, it's the same Foursquare Gospel Church. What I say?
So
but if I see Jesus, you be framing. Listen, God has no problem with any gospel artist asking for money. Do you know God has no problem? God, I don't think say any gospel artist has asked for money and then God struck her down or him down. Once again, Christianity outside of the world, Christianity is tied with fear. A certain fear be and
please gospel artists, hold on, let me check it.
I said like
they were paid. Yeah, were they paid?
The Levites. The Levites, the tithe that they gave in church, the tenth, it's used to
sort them.
Yes.
Me say,
it's
not okay. Say God that open sea. If God has a problem with gospel artists taking money, God will strike them down right there. Why are we bigger than God? I don't get it. So I keep saying, say the churches, some of the churches in Penifonu, they exploit our gospel musicians because they know say. And whom be woman and at the fear of God. And I say, and I grant be sure near the day. But in Shiraben a sin same, my foka about fear, about sorry, abetunium, now all mammy be a few be heavy. That's in Shira. I think a lot of these churches and the way they treat gospel musicians, it is not based in any scriptural thing. It is pure exploitation. Pure exploitation. And the earlier you guys call it that, the better for you. Honestly, the earlier people look at what is going on, cause brother Sami, I know if it be or can't say me, I mean, shut down FNC, like I take it with a pinch of salt. But that story now, or can I say, or call some man, Kesimo say he found safer, or come in a star, yena, so for no ejan hokoyano. Which God are you telling me will condone this behavior?
True.
Do you get it?
True.
And yet, Pa say he's exploiting somebody's child, or by yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir. So me, that is me. If you call me or my artist, we are charging you. Honestly, if God has a problem with it, once we hold the money, he should strike us down. I don't think any pastor is bigger than God. God can open the sea, cause fire from heaven and things. He can do everything. So, if I take it, but if I go like what she's saying with the Empress thing, she went, they gave the money, she saw the condition of the church. Now, maybe kind of say, I'm giving. Let it be in her prerogative to do that. But don't take that right from her in the name of honorarium and Namir Chuma. Namir Chuma, you see, I said, well, anytime I go about it, as I said, once again, the more I talk about it, the more I'm prone to say something that will cause me problems. So let me stop talking now. But I think the earlier people start putting price to your mano, because guess what you are doing? You are still doing the same things. The impeniforna or cancer more now affecting you are still doing the same thing. So guess what? You are not changing the future for the next generation of gospel artists.
But let me add that, aside the churches, there are corporate brands
so the problem will never be corporate. But I tell you, say any corporate, MTN will call Empress Gift and say come and do free show for God.
Yeah, there are corporate brands.
What you say?
There are parties. There are other things that
they are not the problem. We are talking about the church. Where people?
I understand you. Unfortunately, they are the biggest, people who call us for events.
What you say?
Unfortunately, they are the biggest people who call us for events.
And the sad thing, these are the people that are supposed to ensure that you are financially okay.
That
so
is
that
what I
you
said.
can have the option of saying you won't go to certain places.
You see, that's the unfortunate thing. They are the people who are supposed to make sure that this gospel industry grows.
Exactly.
They are the people, they have that singular honor of making sure.
So I was about to say that with respect to the church, you realize that the frequency of performances or events around church is quite higher than other social settings.
Exactly.
So if
they decide to do the right thing,
because more Sunday
Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, holiday, but you got Monday, baby.
Week service.
We start a convention. Very Monday because Monday a holiday. It's Friday obey and you obey you so be and obey you so be Sunday obey you so be Monday obey you so be. The same way. So if you ask every gospel artist, he has a gig on Friday evening, he has a gig on Saturday evening, Sunday go between me or to me about 3. Wow. Yes, from church.
Yeah, we've played 3.
And I need Nyamisha.
Oh, the baby or whatever.
Anyway, we're jumping on to our next story here on Showbiz Review Extra, and we're doing let's hit the NFE. Why?
There's one problem to the other. And they show now, baby.
And they show now, baby. Push back.
One problem to the other.
Fire.
We're better about diplomatic.
Wait,
Diplomatic.
I'll diplomatic passport.
It's more passport. My own day.
Well, Shatta say they wait for you.
Who?
Shatta, you know, see,
Yeah, this slim, dear man, and I can Shatta Swaka. It's a kind of because they're all on the same level.
Shatta congratulates Wode Maya, and I mean, he made some interesting way.
Yeah.
He say to they wait for you.
They wait for you.
Why
you ask Slim in
You
know ask Slim in
He say congratulations. Congratulations Wode Maya. Please tell Honorable I also need one, okay?
I want myself and DJ Slim.
Have you people seen how I'm off is doing?
We don't care how your mouth is doing.
If I say what I want to say
Shatta
here.
has asked.
No, if I say what I want to say
And I said
here.
Shatta
You know,
is
see
a
Shatta
traveling
go perform
artist.
for Jamaica.
Shatta is a traveling artist.
Vibes Cartel.
Where they,
No,
they
but if I
hoist
say
the flag
what
of
I want to
Ghana.
say here,
Is
everybody will understand why I love Shatta
Does
Wale.
he perform in the name of Ghana outside?
We don't
or
care
not?
what
That
you
is
want
why I'm
to
saying
say.
that if I say what I want to say, everybody will
No,
know
the
the
street
why
is still watching.
why
The street is
I
still
love
watching.
Shatta Wale.
No, we don't care
He
what you
deserves 2 diplomatic passports.
Or the tune about what they corner back.
Say book no. I was say yekese. Yes. He needs more pages in the book.
Extra
Yes.
pages, extra sheets.
Honorable, give one to Shatta Wale now for your wedding. NFA issues day there.
And the National Film Awards.
Yeah.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, it's important that we have an awards program as part of our agenda to push interest in Ghanaian films. Now, awards shows provide recognition for films and the players in the industry. If we are able to put that together, when you have that, it throws the light on the winners as well as the whole industry.
Okay.
And so it is important that we have something like that. There are a couple of them that are there, but we need to have that National Film Award.
So this will be organized by NFA? Or would you
We have
outsource to somebody to organize?
that is a discussion with them. Yeah, but it's important that we have something like that.
Okay.
Because at least leading up to it, there's going to be a lot of conversations about which films are in the running to win. And then also post the event there. So if you have the event on a particular day, you are possibly going to have conversations around it for a couple of months. That will bring film on top of mind of people and would make people recognize the fact that there are films that they have not seen that they must go out to see. That is the idea.
No.
It's FM 103.9.
No. You are not going to start anything till you hold on. Ivan Kwashiga is the chairman of the National Film Authority's governing board, and he has announced that the authority plans to establish a national award scheme for Ghanaian film industry. In an interview here on Hitz 103.9, Daybreak Hits, with my brother Kwame Dazi and my sweet sister Doreen Avio. It happened on Wednesday, September 16th, 2025. And Chairman is saying that is the maiden, event, and then they believe that if we are able to put an event like that together, it's also going to one way or the other show or bring some movies that people have not even seen to the forefront and give them the necessary recognition. This is one part of the conversation. And let me end with this part of the article. It says, on Wednesday, 16 September 2025, the National Film Authority hosted its maiden dialogue at the City Conference Center, University of Ghana. Now, the event gathered filmmakers from across the country. Principal among the plans outlined by the leadership of the authority were reaching 1% of Ghana's population in film distribution drive, cinema on wheels, and film clubs in schools. Now, others are dubbing films into French and other local languages, and also tourism integration, cinema in the park, regional cinema partnership, amongst others. This is with respect to the NFA. Let me jump onto another part of it because Charlie, time no day. So let me do sandwich. We do sandwich. Once we have the buns ready, we just go put the meat for inside, then in all that. Now the other part of the conversation is when chairman was asked about, quote and unquote, certain agenda against certain group of people. And let me play this one before I read the story.
One, Lewin said that the mode or medium of communication, which is English, is a problem for some of them. Is it a concern to you?
Well, when he spoke in Tree, I did not understand because I don't speak Tree. I'm an Ewe. I try to understand. And I doubt if I spoke ever, he would even try to understand. Do you understand? So it's a big conversation, this thing. But what I know is that the NFA, we did not prevent anybody from speaking their local language.
Exactly.
Anybody that wanted to speak their local language was allowed to speak. And you see, sometimes some of these comments take us away from the objective.
True.
So we tend to, it becomes the news. And if I'm on a platform that you're also on, if you read through the conversation yesterday, you realize that everybody was talking about, the language and all that. Why it is rather important for us to talk about the issues that we raised. How can we move from where we are?
This is Hitz.
We do not prevent anybody from speaking their local language at the film dialogue. Ivan Kwashiga responds to Akujon Cancer Lewin. Now, Kumawura actor and producer Lewin expressed displeasure that the National Film Dialogue Conference was conducted entirely in English. He noted that many veteran filmmakers from Kumawood industry who were more comfortable speaking Tree were alienated and unable to contribute their ideas.
I agree with him. That was an oversight from the part of the NFA. I saw a crowd will be our translated Tree because they have a mindset. There are people that will not understand. Yes, Lewin. That there are people that will not understand the English language. What you say, especially when we say invite now, and I say you reached out to certain people that ABR. They might not have upper hand on the English language. Also because unless you are telling me the NFA is oblivious to the kind of people in the sector, not all of them are powerful. And some of them are even hidden secrets. What you say? We know. So to have an entire dialogue that you welcome these people in and intentionally, where they I will not say something about intentionally speak English. What I do? What I say? So they were
intentional about speaking
English.
So that they cut off a certain group of people.
Which they did.
which is more like preconceived
sabotage. They'll call us to me and you. Diplomatic passport. What you are saying? I think there should have been a conscious effort. Nowadays, or for a while now, we've seen that even when our presidency is speaking or there's a debate on the parliament floor, there's somebody doing sign language because they know that we are not targeting people who can only hear. We are targeting this kind of people. So at least the least you could have done was to get somebody who can speak Tree. Every crowd we don't have a translator, but there was fra more moto on ya ebi muti Tree to cover from the Tree afra. What I say, or if one as he said, or no, say on Tree or yen crying, get somebody who can translate it because you are trying to target a vast majority of people. Say some of them. What I say, some of the munim pa say be or hormones to that level. So I think they should look at it in future. They should consider all of that. Now the next one was the one before this one is what
the awards.
Yes, awards is an important part of protecting the sector. the way our Ghana music keeps becoming the lead of a creative sector, majority of it thanks to TGME and Charterhouse. They have given us a system that validates the work that we do. So no matter what you want to say, Ghana Awards, which is TGME, is a big part of the reason why some artists keep going as they are going.
Mm-hmm.
It has sustained the industry, it has kept people moving, giving people hope, wanting to do more. And by wanting to do more, the industry keeps becoming vibrant. So for sectors that they don't really have strong award schemes holding them, strong independent award schemes holding them down, you can see it.
What happens to Ghana Movie Awards?
Now, one of the big problem I have with that one, and they say, this thing cannot be done by NFA, or it cannot be held down by NFA. Do you know why?
Explain.
The politics in it will not favor the players of the game. It's not just the politics. Even the politics in the movie industry, and favor and and people will always feel like they are outside looking in, and there's always going to be a problem. So the way there's an independent body like Charterhouse handling for us, and we are award but there's a certain level of trust people still have and want to still participate because they feel like we trust this system well enough. So I'll keep trying. It will not be set for the same if NFA is involved in anything, because mind you, within 4 years people will feel like because you're not buying a war bam. And that office, the people there, they are politically appointed. It might not be the case, but that's the excuse they will give themselves. Then one, it means that the trust in the scheme, 50-50, 54 year MPP4 and 54 year NDC4. And when power switches, they will hope it will be switched in the organizational, which will destroy the scheme.
To Mr. Beautiful,
yes, or no by organizer, on the way PR. It's the way PR. What you say? So
NFA PR and Mr. Beautiful project for her. Very when you
so it might not be that.
Okay.
It might not happen that way, but the perception of how the industry people will see it can affect the scheme in that way. What you say? So I hope that they encourage award schemes to be able to stand on their feet. So the Ghana Movie Awards now they should be able to encourage them to stand on their feet. If there's any support they can give them, maybe they can sponsor some of the categories in there. What you say? So that they will feel like, okay, I'm burden. And I'm sure if you talk to them, most of them, their problem is sponsorship. So if they're able to get that sorted and still have their sense of independence, I think it will benefit them more than NFA themselves wanting to be a part or probably getting any governmental institution to be part. No, it is every governmental institution right now has a leader who is politically appointed. And that is the first minus we don't need. What is the first topic you mentioned in there?
In fact, we're done.
Sorry,
we did that.
There's a I got three. Boss today is the
okay, three.
Okay, no, make her two.
It's three.
Make her two now.
That was the first one.
No, violence in it. But the other one.
Also
two. We just did awards. One on awards.
And one
on Lil Wayne's agenda.
The first one. There's a first one. My mind.
Two.
Hey.
I'll say
yeah. The 1%. The 1% we are not going to touch on it. Nino.
First of all, I agree with the fact that the NFA should have given opportunity to at least the Tree language, because there's a whole industry for that.
Yes.
So they should have given opportunity to them to express themselves or translate some of the English language to Tree so that they can air their views well, because that industry, in spite of everything, is still booming. Whether it's not as then or whatever, it's still booming. They move it to skits and it's still working. You understand? So it's the industry we need to respect a lot. Then number two, which I want to talk about, NFA business in awards here then. What's your business in awards? Your NFA, your business is policy development, support, and all of that. And this movie industry, already we know there are a lot of issues. Funding, distribution, a lot of issues. So I think that with the NFA, focus on some of these issues and how to develop them. Distribution being the major issue. Leila Betina at the other time, I say YouTube be Because and he's asking what are the other distribution platforms. When you go to
prophecy.
But when you go to Nigeria, Prime, Netflix, all other distribution platforms, how are we building capacity of our movie industry here, our producers here, so that we can get some of our movies to these platforms for some of these uplifting opportunities? I think that's one of the things they should focus on. So movie awards there. I think that if you don't like the current Ghana Movie Awards, encourage a private person, give him some incentives, encourage him and tell him if you do it, we'll give you this, that, and let the person start and let the person run it alone. But for NFA to get into it, like he said, either the next person, she said.
Thank you so much.
Like she said, Omukwa, the next person of Bebano, is two things. Either he doesn't like the vision, trust the vision, or it will be too politicized. So I beg you, don't put yourself in this award discussion. And let me end with this. The dialogue. After every dialogue, there should be a white paper. There should be some concerns that you say, okay, when we finish, these are the concerns. However, we are looking at these concerns. We put them into short term, medium term, long term, and we are going to do. There are some we need to discuss with the president. There are some we need to. Where's the white paper? We've not heard anything.
Maybe there's then they do further engagement on.
No,
with people who raised their concerns to.
I'm with you, but to give trust to the people who came to share their views, you need to issue out a paper to tell them that your concerns are well taken, and these we are putting into thematic areas. This is it. We break it down and say, okay, we are working on them. Something. Let's give trust to the people who came all the way to share their concerns. It's a way to. Let the people trust you and carry it.
Not to say I'm the devil, but I'm the devil's advocate here. I'm just saying, homo you engage. Sometimes you go for an event and there's a conference and you share your views on certain things, and people they want to know more. Maybe the time. The event was so short. Maybe you couldn't.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe they are. So let's just give them the benefit of the doubt.
I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying about. I'm giving them the benefit. Someone will come by, so I'm giving them the benefit of that. But I'm saying that they should make us give us thematic areas. If they were at least using those group them to thematic areas. Let's know that after the dialogue,
with respect to maybe distribution,
yes,
these are the
language,
concerns
something,
yes,
funding. So they say, these are the concerns that people raise.
Okay.
However, we are going to have then we will have constant engagement. Give us a paper and let all the film people who came there be assured and have trust that it will be worked on.
Afani,
Ija.
Ebo, yes,
that's your brew. Now, I think that I think that it was a nice forum. I was there at the City Auditorium Conference Center at the University of Ghana for the program, and a lot of issues came up during the what I loved about it was that, at times you go to a lot of creative art programs and like dialogue like this, and there's so much confusion. But I really love how they started with the board chairman, Mr. Ivan Kwasiga, come to tell the narrative, the history of Ghana movie, where we currently are, where he gave the flourishing days, and where problems started from 2010 up until now, then where they want to go. Now he set out all the vision and all the things they want to do. Then afterwards, the floor was open, where they brought in experts to come and speak. And I think that there are a lot of things they need to fix. Because quickly on the Minfa Hakaka, where he talked about the 1%, later when we engaged him further, he made us understand that the 1% he's referring to, which is the least, is about the theater.
Okay.
So like those who go into the cinemas, those who go and watch the movie, he wants 1% of our population for the cinema market.
Okay, 1% of the total population.
Yeah, for the cinema market, because that is where they get the real cash. Like as a breaking kind of thing. And if you were able to get that over 350,000 audience for the cinema market, you feel like it can give them a lot of money to be able to refinance. But the challenge here is that this man spoke and I got more worried. And as a result, I've further engaged him. And it's sad. Nanaya Chumberi Mayeboa, who is a business manager for Silverbird Cinemas, at that place, he made us understand that currently there are no licensed distributors of movie in Ghana. Yes, he said zero.
Wait, what does it mean? What does that mean?
Those days, like when we bring it to the music space, when you go there, KJ Kwame Apia, he said that even that 35th, is that KJ 24th, despite paying the money in the studio as a distributor, then he took the song, the promotion, marketing. Okay. It used to happen in the movie. You do the movie and the distributor comes to buy off the rights or comes for the movie to go round. So now he says, instead of distributors going for the movie, bringing it to Silverbird to engage them, and the person, because he told me, you can't make all your money at Silverbird. You need to move round.
Yeah.
So the distributor, the licensed distributor, which is part of the movie ecosystem, Netflix, and other people. That licensed distributor now, I was saying, Okoji moving from Ninoi, not the moving at Trotton.
Yenibi.
Not
even
one. We are. No per se. Or try, Charlie, we way, not way so like there is a missing link, that leg.
With the when you say Asema Okayeno, I thought it was a new problem that we didn't know about. He said, I said her panic. You've got all that.
Because that music, right, is the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I thought it was a new problem that the man has. Because of what you said. You said, Papa Nika Sembia, like I won't. So I was thinking it was a new problem.
No. You are not getting the drift.
I get you. Why is that a new problem?
I also lost.
The person wants to get 1% of a certain for the cinema markets. However, you don't have a single licensed distributor.
Yeah, so then that is a problem.
Concomitant of the concomitability.
Because now the licensed distributors, they don't find anything lucrative.
Exactly. So
why would they come? Been there for a while.
So what I'm saying is that in law, you cannot build on nothing. Now, if you want to get a certain percentage of people, then you don't fix that fundamental error. It becomes problematic because it will be difficult for you to get your goal. I say, by HFM, you are not using the door. How do you get in? So, because that problem exists, it is why they have not been getting that audience. Now you want to get audience share.
So you mean they should fix that problem?
It is. So because I became more worried, because, when I was speaking to him, and he started speaking about the real issues, about the producers coming to them, and what they bring to the fore, you could clearly see that it will be difficult for us to make progress if that thing is not fixed.
No, Adam, do you agree that due to issues in film production and also distribution, there's the actors and actresses have been forced one way or the other to swallow certain jobs into one or merge certain jobs into one, as in they are now acting, they are producing, and they are also distributing at the same time.
Also, can I add to your question? I get what you're saying. It's actually very correct. But you see, the point is that if there are actually correct marketplaces and there's the market for it, the distributors will find their way into the system.
Yeah. Free entry, free
like
exit.
they will really find their way because that era now, the era where we had distributed, as you are mentioning, it was because there was a marketplace and there was a market for it. The marketplace were the cinemas, the Opera Square and co. They know say a free hire, they what you say, and then they go to what you say. So they know there's a market and there's a marketplace. But if a distributor comes and there's no marketplace, so the 1% is to get the market interest. If they have 1%, they can.
Same year na wabosui a linkage from so I say Mr. Semeka say or say you cannot make all your money. Or say you cannot make all your money from Silverbird. That's what he said, that you need to move around. So when you have to move around, the issue of infrastructure is coming in, where you need to create that enabling environment with infrastructure across the country. So that Obeko ha Obenya Nipa 100, Obeko Obenya Nipa 50, Obeko now I'll go around.
Do you know one of the disappointments in the
and NPP so he was mentioning like here, we have like
now.
Their
unableness to inability to build more of the amphitheaters and things they spoke about. Because guess what? Even if the market is not there and there's a marketplace, you can go there and somebody will see and come and buy. So if they had been able to give us like even 5 of these theaters in the other regions, now somebody can say, you know what, you are the movie producer, I will be a distributor, I'll come and buy. Now I know where I can take to go and do promotion and get people to and make my money. But now the core problem is me too move here with the coin.
I side with you a little bit, but
so maybe Bobby Biano.
Let
me end. Maybe Bobby Biano. The National Film Authority should make it a priority
1 minute
by pushing governments to create enabling environments in terms of the infrastructure, so that the infrastructure can attract people to come into the distribution and make the industry vibrant. Until then, I was in a bay. But a bad thing, quasi Ubinyanko for award. What I say? A good idea because award it brings about standardization, celebrating achievement, and also motivating others. But we need a lot to do. But the way so there, I think at the program there are a lot of people who spoke Chi because they said they wanted to drive home something. At times, Chi ne brofo, ubekazem no ubekane no different.
Yeah.
So some of them wanted to go straight into Omukatri. People are loud. But however, like the expert people who were on the panel didn't speak English, but didn't speak Chi, but I don't think it's so a bigger problem because people there didn't raise too much concern. So man say
because when that problem, on your problem,
anyway, let me read some of the messages in here as we wrap up this morning. This one says, "Greetings, DJ Slim. I beg the Sister Fia issue is similar to the Davido case in Nigeria when the share is still going through it, but the difference is that she's tougher. Sister Fia very talented, but on the other hand, she's a baby girl. She has a baby girl kind of nature. Anyway, play me catches cry baby for her. Okay. I understand DJ Slim's point. It's a way to sell her to Ghanaians. Cool. But she's been here for a long time. If Ghanaians go show her love, then show them long time. Emmanuel Obama is also here saying, I don't understand Tilly. This is the first move. We should pray for more. Yes. Emmanuel Obama is saying, okay, let me jump onto this one. Richard and Koma, he said, good morning, DJ Slim and your panelists. I learned gospel musician Celestine Donko was once given as little as 50 Ghana cedis after picking a taxi to go and perform in a certain church. Can you imagine? Yes, we can imagine. If it be 50 cedis, yes, we cannot imagine. You cannot imagine. Well, some pastors will just tell the gospel artists, God bless you. It's appalling. The gospel artists are preaching the gospel through their songs, so they need to be paid. 1 Corinthians 9, chapter 14 says, those who preach the gospel should get their living from the gospel. Mohammed Sani Mansuru, last message in here says, good morning, Mr. Slim and your panel. Please wish my lovely lady a happy birthday for me. Happy birthday to you, Akia Mavis. May this be the best year ever. Well, we say thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. And
Dada KD, I mean, the funeral is currently underway at the State House forecourt, and me who a lot of the musicians there to support Abranti Amachi the day, me who Keche, Kwame Apiana, Natsimude, and me who Empress Gifty, Pat Thomas. I've seen Saline Koni Kwapia, Obinim, Reverend Obinim, the wife, you know.
Florence Obinim.
Florence Obinim, and I think say Deconia the NFPA, and there's a state assisted barrier, and it's a beautiful way of honoring one of our legends. May his soul rest in perfect peace. I mean, and then Kofon Koho, Omgusuko Sunsi, Munko Honam Kochen no Nyam.
Okay. Thanks a lot for joining us. My name is DJ Slim, and a billion thanks to production Debbie Sway. Thank you, Tilly, for joining us. Thank you, Mr. Adam Tome. Thank you, Ninoy.